Windows 10 box monitor. This is Windows 10 remote desktop. You can see that I just closed out of it, and here's the connection. I could double click anytime and do my remote desktop authentication, and I'm in. Cool. But how did I get from being able to go from my MacBook Air over to my Windows 10? For that, we need to log in, and that means signing into Administratora with the password that I have set. And now in a second, we're in. Cool. So here we have just a normal system, and we're just going to hit the start menu and type system, and we are going to look for settings. So we click on settings and then click system up here, and if we scroll or look down here on the left, you can see here we are. Here's the settings. Now, this user is not actually an administrator account, so that would be our problem. So what we would really have to do is we would have to launch PowerShell, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click Run as Administrator for PowerShell, and then it's asking me for a password, which there is no password. So I just hit enter, and now I am in account 1, which has all the rights to do all the stuff that I want. So now if I hold Control and scroll like this, we can see the console here. So I have cool news. I am going to pull up a little guide here, and it shows me that if we want to, we can disable remote PowerShell by setting a value. So I did it, and now you can see enable remote desktop is set to off. Now if I come over here and I look at my system and I click cancel, and then I double click, it's unable to connect. Wow, magic. But if I come back over here and I pull this, if I pull this site back up, you will see there is an option for disable and block in the firewall, right? And then there is also an option to enable and allow through the firewall. So we're just going to copy this, and now pay attention to this as we right click. See how it like immediately came on? So we can even just toggle it off and then toggle it on, just like that. So all through command. If you, for some reason, wanted to do it the manual way, you could come over here to remote desktop and go ahead and switch this over. Now, you are going to also need to go in to the start menu and do view advanced system settings. And I am going to click, now it's going to ask me for an admin login. If you're not admin, I'm just going to hit enter because I have no admin password, which is super strong security. And then we are going to select users, and we have Administratora here, but we could click add. We could add another administrator account. Like for example, if I just type 1 and OK, and then nope, I'm going to remove it though because it's an administrator that has no password. So that account like literally can't do. I have it set up so it's not. That account basically doesn't do remote stuff at all. It can only do local stuff. But anyway, that's it. That's literally all that you do. So now that this is on and that user is added to the list, now I can come here, double click, I can log in as Administratora, and I'll type my password. Now you know my password. Then we just select continue, and you'll see that screen blacks out and shows, login screen. And this screen here in a second should load remote desktop. Any second now. There it is. So that's how that is. Pretty darn cool. So now I have the Windows 10 experience on a MacBook Air. So So if for some reason I wanted to, I don't know, just use a Windows feeling type system, for example, do Windows key R, type CMD. So that's Windows key. There you go.